Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest nights,
no evil shall escape my sight,
but those who worship evil's might.
Beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, Master of the Core it is.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
And Mr. Matt Kona is still MIA. He's locked in.
Far Sector.
Mm-hmm. All right, so, I thought of something. Glad you said Far Sector. It reminded me of something. Okay, so yes, tonight we're going to be getting to Green Lantern 78, 79, and that annual number 5, that the Green Lantern Legends of the Dead Earth, because we did the Guy Gardner one, so.
Yeah.
And you know what? At some point, we're gonna have to go back and do annual 3, because it's like one of those. That was the year they did all Elseworlds annuals.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it's like so far. I mean, tonight we're gonna do 5, but so far, we've done every annual in this volume except for number 3. So
yeah, we'll have to.
Someday we're just gonna have to go back and hit that. Yeah, because I mean, it's out of continuity, so we can pretty much just drop it in anywhere. So
yeah. Makes sense.
All right. I'm surprised the first thing out of your mouth when you logged on was like, "Hey, how was the Batman?"
I've actually heard good things. I'm trying to stay spoiler free. So another writer that I chat with sometimes, he was like, "This was awesome. I just want to talk about it now."
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. It's definitely better than any of that the Snyderverse stuff or the Ben Affleck Batman.
Yeah,
like I said, I can't remember being this happy with a Batman movie since at least The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it was good. I mean, very grounded take. No, there's good Batman moments, but he's not like he's not like invincible Bat-God the whole time. So,
you mean like in DC versus Vampires and everything else? Sorry.
Sorry, kids. Will's still salty about DC versus Vampires because Hal Jordan was like the first one to get taken down.
Yeah. I'm a little salty about that.
I of course love Hal Jordan.
But no, it's good. I'd say it's worth a watch. Yes, kids, it's almost 3 hours, and we went on my son's 9th birthday on Saturday. So we went to the movies, and I thought, oh god, he's not gonna be able to sit through this. But I think my wife spaced out more than him because I'm like, oh, is he paying attention? He was leaning over to me asking me questions. So I was like,
that's cool.
Got it. Kept his attention pretty much the whole time. I was like, nice.
I think you posted his birthday haul on Facebook too, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's a good birthday.
Yep, we went to the movies. We took him to a couple different stores to pick out his stuff. Took him to Red Robin. They sang happy birthday. He got his birthday Sunday, so
nice.
He was happy. Yeah. Yeah, went to Target, went to Best Buy, went to Barnes and Noble. So,
did you go to Walgreens and look for Quasar? Sorry.
I was gonna say, I don't think any store has it. I think you had to do that online. And I know last Mr. Kona checked, I think they were sold out.
Look up behind me there. Woo-hoo.
Oh, your Quasar. Yeah. I was gonna say it's probably hard to see, but he's on the second shelf there, like in the corner, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I do. I see him. Yep, back in the corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Next to Marvel.
That works.
No, I'm like, damn it, I need like something. I'll need like a Silver Surfer next to him, maybe like a Genus Vel. I'm like,
Marvel Cosmic. Nova, you gotta have a Nova.
Nova, yeah, that's the other one I saw. Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, who am I forgetting? Yes, I did see a Nova. Yeah, that's a slippery slope, William, because then it's like, oh, then do I need some villains? So I need some Heralds of Galactus.
That's true.
Oh
And
my
yes,
god.
the answer is yes, you do.
The one day I was like, oh my god, I'm like, I should get some Funkos, but more Funkos. But then I was like, if I know the store my comic shop, they have, I don't know if he has all of them or at least 4 of the 5, like the original X-Men. I'm like, damn it, I can't just buy one. If I would buy one, I'd have to buy them all.
Yeah.
And I know, I don't think he has it anymore, but he had like one of the bigger like Galactus. They have like
Oh,
a
yeah.
huge Galactus Funko. I'm like, damn it, if I buy that, I'm gonna want to buy the Fantastic Four and make like the big scene, but turn one of those shelves into the top of the Baxter building. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah. It never ends.
It never ends. It's like crack, kids. Don't get in the Funkos.
I gotta
Or
find
figures.
me some.
Or figures or comics.
Yeah, I've got to find me some Green Lantern Funkos. We don't have a Quasar Funko to worry about. Marvel, come on.
Like I said, I got the 2 old Green Lantern figures over there, the Kyle and Kyle. But yeah, I need some Funkos. I don't have.
Yeah,
a Green Lantern Funko.
I had a pretty decent display of figures, like the mini busts, and I've got them packed somewhere, and I haven't been able to locate them, so they're upstairs somewhere. I'm like, I need to find those because I want to display them. Darn it!
And that was good for me. I told you a couple weeks ago, I found the box I had packed away years ago, and I forgot half the stuff that was in there. I was like, oh yeah,
I forgot I had that. That's awesome.
I was like, I have 2 lanterns. That's right. What else were we gonna talk about? Yeah, the Batman was good. Definitely worth a watch. I think they said it hit HBO Max like was it 45 days after it hit the theater. So
oh, cool.
I think it's April something. Yeah, it's April. Maybe I'll look this up. But yeah, it's sometime in April. I believe it hits HBO Max.
I think Green Lantern was supposed to come out this week, but they pushed it back to the 15th.
Oh, the issue?
Yeah, Green Lantern number 12. But I'm not sure about that.
I can't remember when it came out last month.
Let me see. I think that was on Reddit that I saw that.
Yeah, I'm looking to see when the Batman hits HBO Max. Hey, at least it's DC, kids. Looks like April 19th, the Batman will be on HBO Max. So,
gotcha.
A little over a month, kids. Yeah, well, yeah, duh. I just said 45 days. All right. Yeah, I don't know if like it's a problem. I don't think it's like a Green Lantern problem. I know a lot of comics that last couple of weeks. I know, what was it like 2-3 weeks ago? My guy's like, oh yeah, these books were supposed to be here like December, January. So I think a lot of the comics are trying to get it. They're almost have them back on schedule.
Yeah, I can't seem to find it, but I think they said it was pushed back a week.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe next week we will get the wrap up to the pretty awesome, 12-issue arc. Although I'm a little concerned that there aren't any, there was no previews, Green Lantern preview stuff for, the month after.
Death of the Justice League, William.
I know, we talked about that. And then there's also the Dark Crisis, I think.
Yes, that's coming after Death of the Justice League. Yes. Oh, they I guess they already revealed the new Justice League, and of course, it's the next generation,
Oh, okay.
Superman's son.
Probably Wonder Girl.
Yeah, the new Wonder Girl. Oh, did you see who the Lantern is on there? It's going to be Joe, I guess.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so,
that's pretty good. I may have to start picking that up then.
And it won't be Bendis, so yeah. I forget if they said who's writing it, but yeah, it's not Bendis. So. Oh, I saw somebody flipping out because I guess did you get Justice League vs. Legion of Superheroes number 1? It was out in January, so I guess they missed February because number 2 comes out this week.
I think I got number 1, but I haven't read it yet.
Okay. No, so I don't know. Someone must have grabbed it today because, like I said, I'll get it tomorrow. But someone had a panel up, I think, on Twitter, and they're like, this is the problem with Bendis, and it was like, I don't know if it's that Gold Lantern talking about, the Green Lanterns were such, they were such a military organization, and basically just like crapping all over the lanterns because there's like, yeah, there was a better way than being them all militaristic like the Green Lantern. I'm like, really, Bendis? That's okay. I'm sorry. He's a good writer, but I hate a lot of his choices, especially the last couple years. Because his MO anymore, I'd say the last decade is just, instead of just, hey, let's enhance the good points of whatever you're writing. No, he just like craps on whatever he comes on to, and it's just like, no, I'm gonna burn it all down and mold it in my image. It's like, really? And you can quote me, CBR, Comic Book Resource. You can quote me on that.
I quickly I gave him a lot of chances. I mean, he's a good writer. He's
That's what I said. He's a good writer. I just don't agree with a lot of his choices anymore.
And ultimately, I kind of decided that what he was writing wasn't for me. So I haven't really read anything by him. Well, I mean, I guess it'll be this Justice League Legion will be the first thing I've read by him in a lot of years.
Yeah. And two, again, it's like his Jessica Jones, his Daredevil was good. Ultimate Spider-Man. I mean, he created Miles Morales. That was good stuff. But it's just at some point, maybe it was that Avengers run. Somewhere along the line, it's just something happened. And I don't. Like I said, I think when the power levels go up too, because it's like when he sticks to the street level stuff, he seems fine. But when he starts getting like an Avengers or Superman, it's just like it starts to get shaky.
Well, you got to give him props for trying what he's probably not comfortable with, right?
Yeah. I mean, remember when he went to DC and they had, what was it, like 2-3 months? They had like those double page like ads, like, Bendis is coming, Bendis is coming. And then it's like, and like, I even asked like a little, I didn't ask you, Siri. And, but yeah, no, I asked Lilith, and she always keeps track of those numbers. And I guess Bendis' run on Superman really didn't light the world on fire like they thought it was going to. So it's like,
sometimes it's a swing and a hit. Sometimes it's a swing and a miss. So
he aged up John Kent. So they're doing that new Justice League, I guess, which I thought was supposed to be 5G, but like Lil says, I guess we waited and we're not calling it 5G, so Dan DiDio gets nothing. No credit, no shekels, nothing.
Well, I think we're there is an awesome from Showcase 22 all the way up to present day Green Lantern reading order that was posted on Reddit. They updated it.
That's the one I swear, I don't know if you sent me one. I've seen one before. I don't know. Is it a newer one or is that the same one?
I think it was updated like last year or something,
Okay, it might have been. I might have seen that, yeah.
But it breaks things that, hey, here's New 52, here's Rebirth, here's Infinite Frontier, which is what we're in right now. I'm like, okay. Gotcha. We needed something to call it, right?
Well, kids, except for our break in July for Summer of '69, if you want to know the order of this podcast, check that list on Reddit.
It included some New 52 Lobos, I think, because I was looking at it going, what? Okay. As much as I loathe Lobo.
Yeah. I mean, I can't wait. I mean, I love this 90s stuff, but once we get like right out, like a little after Rebirth, where it's like, every week we'll probably have like a Green Lantern issue, a Green Lantern Core issue, maybe something else.
Once we hit New 52, there's going to be Green Lantern yes. Core, Green Lantern New Guardians,
yes,
Red Lanterns, Sinestro. I'm missing one, I think.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think I read the. All right, let me get this. I don't think I've read the Red Lantern stuff, so yeah, that'll be interesting.
I think I may have read the first couple, but New 52 was about the move time, so it was time to cut back on everything for a while. So
yeah, I remember trying like a couple different books. I was like, man, I don't got the money to try Red Lantern. I was buying like 2 or 3 Green Lantern books. I was like, I don't think I got the money for Red Lanterns.
And then trying to think, there was another. Because Sinestro had his own series for a while. Red Lanterns, New Guardians, Core. There's like 5 monthly books. And then there was then Then there was New 52. They had the New Gods, the Godhead crossover, which started out with its own, one shot to kick everything off. So
Yeah.
they Rebirth actually cut back on the number of Green Lantern books. Oh, it includes Supergirl because doesn't she become a Red Lantern for a little while?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they Red Lantern up a bunch of people. Guy Gardner, Supergirl.
Uh-huh. The cat.
Yes. Was it right after Rebirth? Like the Green Lantern Rebirth, where Hal came back. What didn't they? Oh no, or was it War of the Lanterns? One of them. Didn't a Yellow Ring come to Batman and be like, "Oh, you can inspire great fear"?
I think it was in Rebirth or no, I think it was later, like War of the Sinestro Corps War. But when Parallax shows up in all his glory during Rebirth, he says, "Oh, an acolyte," or someone who worships him.
Yeah.
That pointed out Batman.
Yeah. The non-Hal Jordan Parallax kids.
Yes. The big yellow bug.
Yeah.
The big yellow bug. I mean, he is kind of a bug, right?
I mean, well, so what are you saying? So for a few years there, Hal Jordan had a bug. That's why he was acting weird.
That's right. Yeah. Well, and Ion is like a dolphin thing, right?
I guess.
It's been a while since I
know.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Oh, that's gonna be something. Oh,
we'll have to, because Rebirth. We're gonna sidestep to the future for a second. Rebirth really reignited, Green Lantern, right?
Yeah.
But then it was Sinestro Corps War, which like punched it up to 11, and then it stayed at 11 and through Blackest Night, right?
Oh yeah. Jeff Johns, yeah. Oh yeah. Once they hit that, yeah. And again, it went into New 52. That's why they did like a the softest of reboots on that and Batman, because those were the two books that were selling.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh yeah,
and they were selling a lot apparently. So.
Oh yeah. Threw in a couple different Lantern Corps, and people were like, "Damn it, I'm in."
I saw, yeah. Hey, rings, I'm in. I did pick up. Hopefully, it'll be delivered tomorrow. But I found about, I'm 16, 34 of the 50 issues of Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps.
Ooh, nice.
For like $30.
Oh, nice.
No, it was more like $40. I was like, sold.
What was that? Midtown? Did you say?
No, this was on eBay. But Midtown did have a good sale going on. Like 70% off or dollar issues and stuff. So I'll have to pick up, the particular issues I'm missing.
So eBay. So was that from somebody's collection then?
I guess, I don't know, or it may have been another shop. They like mailed them out like the next day. Because I ordered them some night, and then the next day they were sent. I was like, holy crap, that's awesome.
Nice. Well, good. Yeah. If it was a shop, maybe they need business. So
yeah. Cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing that and Green Lanterns. I think I only need like 17 issues of it. So that will get me from Rebirth all the way up to present. Mm-hmm. But then I still have to fill in the new, some issues of New 52. And then there's probably 30 issues of the series we're on right now that I just didn't pick up, at the time.
Yeah, I'm excited to get all that stuff, because like I said, there's some series like Red Lanterns and stuff I didn't read. Yeah, what is that? Green Lanterns with Simon and Jessica? I only read like the first.
Haven't read any of those.
Yeah, I read like the first 8 or 10. Yeah, so I'm curious to read the rest of those.
Well, and I watched a YouTube channel that talked about kind of Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, where he forms his own ring.
Yes,
which I think Grant Morrison completely and totally ignored because we had that great issue where the power ring's about to go down, and but can we talk spoilers on last issue of Green Lantern for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, so the magic hits and Joe's ring goes away, Hal's ring goes away, and he sits there and he's trying to reform it and he can't. I think that's Thorne kind of fixing that he forged his own ring kind of thing, so it's going to get
Oh no.
softly taken away, which I'm kind of okay with. I thought that was kind of a neat idea, but I like it more. I think when he's using the same thing everybody else is, and
Yeah. Should anyone besides those Guardians be able to forge those rings?
Yeah.
Especially any of our humans, should they be able to do that?
No, I don't think so. I think it was a cool way to kind of restart with Rebirth, I think, but then it basically got quickly ignored. So Thorne's at least addressing it, and then kind of that's over. Forget about that now, which is I think a good thing.
I wonder if John, it looks like John's gonna die in that Death of Justice League. I wonder, is he gonna keep his Guardian powers, or at the end of one of Thorne's arcs, or in that Death of Justice League, is he gonna lose those Guardian powers again? At least, but this time they'll address it.
I don't know. My hope was that this took place before this arc in Green Lantern.
What, Death of Justice League?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
It's not going to happen that way, though. No. So I don't know how they're going to deal with it. Hyper time. It's hyper time. That's what it is.
I mean, it looks like Jeffrey Thorne was going to use hyper time somehow. So
yeah.
Hey, remember that thing? Remember that thing everyone abandoned when the multiverse came back?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the final issue of that arc because I mean it's been building for quite some time, and my boy Hal's back.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh wait, you love Hal Jordan?
I of course love Hal Jordan.
I of course do. But I mean, honestly, we've got I don't think John has ever been written as well as he's been written now.
Yeah. I mean, they wrote him okay in Mosaic, but even there, I think it was very I don't want to say hit or miss, but very
it was strange, and sometimes it was weird just for weirdness sake, I think.
Yeah, the quality kind of went up and down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You get a good issue, and the next issue be like, what is this?
I mean, he wasn't written badly in John's run, but they turned him into a Marine, which I don't think he had ever really been a Marine. They pulled that from the cartoon, I think.
Yeah, that's from the Justice League animated. Yeah, no, I liked him as the architect. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you had Hal, who was like a test pilot, which was kind of military. I'm like, why do you need another military man?
Yeah, you don't need another military guy. And then you had Guy, who was Guy.
Yeah, you had Cal, the artist, the creative one. So it's like I liked it when John was the architect, and he was like he could have been like the high IQ of the team.
Yeah, and Thorne did some really cool things in the first part of his run. He kind of said there's a reason that there are so many lanterns from Earth, and he gives a reason. I'm not going to blow that, and just some other kind of cool things that he does with kind of big picture mythology stuff of where the Guardians fit in and everything. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to sitting down and rereading all 12 issues, because I think it's going to read a lot better collected than waiting month to month to month. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, that's one of the dangers of modern comics. Yeah, it seems like it reads better in trade and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, William, should we get to the issues tonight?
Let's do it.
You'd think the way we're dragging this out, we were covering Guy Gardner. Yeah,
except we're not.
I mean, so what do you want to do first? 78 and 79, the annual. I mean, both 78 and 79 are self-contained. So I mean, you could throw the annual in the middle. How do you want to do this?
Up to you. Dealer's choice, man. You choose.
I mean, supposedly the annual takes place in the far future.
But it really feels like it's the past, because actually,
You know what?
That's-
Let's do that. Let's do
Let's
this
do the
annual.
annual.
Let's get it
Okay.
out of the way. Yeah.
I read it when it came out.
Yes. So did I.
Many years ago.
Yes.
But I don't know if I noticed it then, but I certainly notice it now. This just felt to me like these were leftover inventory stories from the Green Lantern Corps quarterly book, because these don't really say that, these were all, hey, they're Green Lanterns, they're classic Green Lanterns. There's multiple rings, anybody can choose, it feels like it takes place of course now with, the Corps being back and all, it could still take place in the future, but this felt like they were just tales. And they weren't even tales of the dead Earth. The Earth had nothing to do with this. This was out in the universe. So,
But again, if you're out in with Green Lanterns, it makes more sense than some of the other books to be out in the universe. But I know what you mean. It's supposed to be the far future, but again, they also could have flashed up there a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Exactly, exactly. And it's the Green Lantern stories in the annual they're not bad, they're not great, they're just they're competent, good, Green Lantern stories. So I would be curious if they actually were inventory stories that they decided to
do you think do you think Ron Mars didn't write any of these, so it's like none of these writers could hint at stuff that's going to happen maybe coming up in the book because they didn't know.
That makes a lot of sense. And this, let's see, Chuck Dixon I think wrote the first one.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. And Len Wein wrote the other one.
Second. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You got decent writers on this, but
I
wonder, since it's Green Lantern, it's out in the galaxies. They told them, again, was it stock stories, or were they just like, you know what, do whatever you want,
there you go. Yeah.
Don't worry about tying into anything currently going on in the Green Lantern book. Don't worry about tying into anything that has any passing resemblance to Earth. Yeah, just
which
whatever.
is completely the opposite of what they did in the Guy Gardner Legends of the Dead Earth, because he actually shows up.
Well, I'm trying to remember. Was that the guy's regular writer though too? So,
I think it was. Yeah.
I
think it was.
And I think it kind of. The one story took place before that last arc, but most of the annual didn't kind of take place after the last issue too. So it was kind of the unofficial last issue, and the writer's like, "Oh, we're done anyway. Let's just drag Guy in here, do whatever."
Into the year 5 billion, whatever.
Well, that's what I said. I was shocked when they actually dragged the actual Guy Gardner into that issue, because I'm like, most of them I think were like this Green Lantern issue where the actual hero didn't show up. Like I remember at least one or two of those Supermans. You didn't have Superman in it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there was one. I forget which book it was the annual for, but I think in the future, like some planet was trying to recreate Superman, and like they had like this team, but each guy only had, or there might have been women on there too, but each person only had like one of Superman's powers.
Oh,
like the one could fly, one had strength, one had like heat vision. Yeah, but none of them had all the powers.
Darn it.
I know.
Those Kryptonians, man. Those Kryptonians.
For like Superman and Green Lantern, it kind of works, but I'm trying to remember. I can't even remember the story. I have to reread those, but I'm like, the Batman ones must seem out of place because, Batman's a very grounded book, and it's like, 1,000 years in the future. It's like,
there's still going to be, come on, man.
it wasn't bad. Remember that DC 1 million stuff? It's like that Batman, that.
The year
85,000 lives on, what was it, Pluto?
Yeah. I forgot all about 1 million.
We're gonna get we'll
get to 1 million. Yeah.
I think it's around issue 107. Yeah, we'll get there. That was Grant Morrison.
Yeah. And we'll be talking Grant Morrison in
April. Yes.
April next month.
Yes, we'll talk some JLA when we cross over with Lilith Hellfire. Yes.
Let me get a ride on your alligator back, bro.
She never disappoints.
Oh, you don't want to know the things I've done.
Oh, and yes, kids. I don't think I announced this here, but if you have any Justice League questions or Mr. Allred, if you would like to join us, because I think we're going to do it on April 2nd. We're going to record, but we're going to talk to JMD Mateus about all his Justice League.
Oh, cool! Very cool. I'll see if
It's
I can.
I think we're going to do around noon, so you know.
It won't be early morning.
Yeah, I know you might
might actually be available for that one.
Ask him about all his Justice League stuff.
So, 2 stories in this guy, right?
Yeah. Here, let me do the credit. I don't have synopses for any of these tonight, but yeah, here, let me do the credits.
Okay.
Yeah, the first story, The Value of I. Writer Chuck Dixon, penciler Enrique Alcadenta, inker Enrique, same guy, pencil and inks. Colorist Pat Gari and letterer Dan Necrosis. So, I mean, I've heard of the colorist, but besides that, Chuck Dixon's the only person I've heard. So, is this just a fill-in team, or was this maybe even like a tryout thing for some of these people? Maybe
I don't know. I mean, my gut, and I have no other thing to go on
Yeah.
besides my gut, is that these were done for quarterly, the core quarterly
Oh,
book,
maybe.
and stuff happened, and so they were probably sitting in a drawer somewhere. I mean, and I could be completely wrong. Like
Yeah.
I said, I have no inside baseball knowledge here, but they were sitting in a drawer, and then they said, "Hey, we've got this Legend of the Dead Earth. Slap them in there." And
That would be an interesting question for someone who knew. I don't know who would know, but it's like, I wonder how far ahead they were creating stories for quarterly. Just
Mhm.
did they just throw like it out there and be like, hey, anyone who wants to write a Green Lantern story, just send them in. We'll throw them in quarterly, and then like Emerald Twilight hit, and they're like, oh crap, we got all these crazy Green Lantern stories.
Who knows? Maybe.
So yeah, maybe they retold some of them. They're just like, hey, yeah, take out all mentions of Book of Oa. Any mentioned anything in the present? Yes, take
Yeah.
it.
Take it all out.
So maybe that's another thing too about these stories. Maybe they had to retool some of the details. So maybe they had more to do with Earth. But yeah. So what do you think of this first one?
It's kind of interesting. I had remembered seeing that main character, and for some reason, I don't know why it stuck with me, but I'd pretty much forgotten the story. But it ends with it very satirical.
Yes.
And it ends with it ends kind of with a punchline there. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Well, yeah, because the whole thing of the first story is like, Green Lantern crashes to the planet, is about to die, passes on his ring. Well, gives the ring to one of these citizens, and he's like, I don't know what to do. And like the whole ruling body is just like, no, you can't do that. But
We have to decide as a whole.
we're under attack, even though we might die. Don't use that ring. And then he uses the ring, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, you should be our king. It's like, really?
I liked when they had voting during the attack. They had to vote during the attack. Like, come on.
Aliens were all so mysterious. But no, I mean, it seemed like the thing for these stories is like, hey, Green Lantern crashes to the planet and like passes the ring on to somebody else. Although in that second one, the Green Lantern actually comes back and gets his ring.
Yeah, the second one's
even crazier.
Yeah.
Nobler in the Mind by Len Wein, penciler Bill Willingham, inker Robert Campanella, colorist Pat Gary again, and letterer Bob Lappin. So yeah, this one was because this Green Lantern with like no leg. I was gonna say no legs. Looks like he has like a. Oh wait,
he's got a tail, or he's like
kinda almost like a snake tail or something. But yeah, the ring looks for another. The ring looks for a fearless. Again.
And everybody on the planet except everybody on the planet except one person faints.
Exactly.
I do. The second story is where we get the cover from.
Yes.
That guy.
But no, it's so funny because again, I think this sells your theory about these were stock stories because he's looking for like a fearless ring bearer. It's like, really, we've already gotten rid of that in the current comics. Is it's gonna come back 1,000 years from now? I don't think so.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I mean, I think the point they make at the end of this story, kind of what modern Green Lantern is. It's like, none of these guys are actually fearless. It's the power to overcome fear. If you're actually fearless,
you have a problem.
You're crazy. Yeah, because that's the end of the story. The Green Lantern comes back, gets his ring, and it's like, oh hey, the one guy the ring picked on this planet is actually like a a patient at like a mental asylum. It's like,
okay. And I am the last person who would ever do a callback to this, but
oh boy,
Action Comics Weekly.
Wait, what's that again?
I didn't say anything. I don't know what I'm talking. I didn't hear nothing.
Wait, which callback? The Yellow Safe, Malvolio, Oprah Winfrey.
That's the one. You mean you're fearless? No. The ring made me fear. What? No.
I thought you were going to call Oprah Winfrey crazy. I was going to say, go ahead, Will. I was going to say, take on the mob before Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah. I mean, didn't in that run, the ring supposedly made him fearless because it's not natural to be fearless?
Like reprogrammed his brain. Oh yeah. I forgot about, just like the rest of the world. I forgot about that Action Comics Weekly. Will,
I wish I could. Our rings
reprogrammed our brains, so the only thing we remembered is the first issue of that Action Comics run. Because they call back to Kat Matui's death every 2 seconds.
Every 2 seconds. Anytime John is on panel. Oh, by the way, check out Action Comics Weekly.
By the way, then Green Lantern was in like 40 some issues of Action like 41, 42 issues of Action Comics Weekly. But the only thing that ever happened was Kat Matui got killed at the end of the first one.
And then Stuff, and then Emerald Dawn,
yes,
and the relaunch of the series that we're currently on. That this is an annual for.
What, we don't remember him getting locked in a yellow safe?
Yeah. Well, lamps.
Remember our first episode? I mean, anytime I bring up like Hal Jordan anymore, Lil still goes, "Watch out for yellow lamp" or something.
Yeah.
The 50s.
Gotta love the 60s, man.
So I mean, as much crap as we give Guy Gardner, I think that annual was better than this one.
Yeah, I think so too. It had the unifying frame around it, where it was telling the stories, and then he appeared at the end of the frame, saying, "Hey." Plus, he appeared, flipping minds with one of his descendants or something. And it just felt more.
It's been
of a whole than this is just a couple of Green Lantern stories thrown in, Legends of the Dead Earth.
It's been years since I read any of the rest of those annuals, but I should go back and read them. But as far as I can remember, I think that Guy Gardner annual might have pulled off the premise a lot better than most of those annuals, at least the ones I read.
Yeah, I know I have the Flash one.
Yeah,
but I can't remember the story.
Yeah.
And I probably have.
Like I said,
I may have been buying the Supermans, so I may have all of those as well.
I was gonna say, I think I have the Batman and Superman ones. Flash, Green Lantern. Trying to remember if I bought any other ones.
Trying to think what other books were out.
Justice League. I'm sure there was a Justice League one, probably a Wonder Woman one. Aquaman have one.
I bet you he did.
Probably. 90. Yeah, 90. What was that? 96.
Yeah, Peter David was writing the book then, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure, old Hook Hand had one.
Yeah.
So, any final thoughts on this annual?
I like the cover. I thought the cover was pretty cool.
The cover was like, you get like that little bust of Kyle in the back.
Yeah, I'm trying to find
Statue.
that page. Hang on a second.
Yeah, the cover. Yeah, you have like the statue of cow on the right side.
Yeah. Yeah, escape from a mental asylum.
Yeah.
Hey, number 6 is The Pulp Heroes. That's the next annual.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure I've read that, but I don't remember it.
I don't
so-
remember it either. Yeah, but I do remember that when they did those pulp ones. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was kind of cool seeing Green Lanterns of old, that charged their rings on
Mm-hmm.
normal batteries and were members of the Corps and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, because that's another thing where it's like, oh hey, man, they're using like old style batteries and stuff. I'm like, wouldn't those look more like Cal's bat? Although, I mean, wait till we get to what is that, Emerald Knights issue 100. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
somebody's stuff duplicates itself, and it's not Cal's. So
Yeah, exactly.
maybe that's a call out. I don't know. Again, they didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, this was all flying by the seat of their pants.
Exactly. All right. Should we get to the 2 regular issues?
You bet. I love the cover of 78.
Oh yeah, man. That's like poster worthy, yeah. Green Lantern Volume 3, number 78 from September 1996. A beginning. Writer, I'm sorry, hold on a second. Writer, friend of the show, Ron Mars.
This is Ron Mars. You are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
I can just hear everyone saying, "Oh man, is he gonna do that every episode until they get past the Mars stuff?" You're damn right, I am.
Yes,
right.
we are.
We're gonna brag. We're gonna drop those names. Drop them on your head.
That's right.
So yeah, writer Ron Mars, penciler Daryl Banks, he's back. Inker Romeo Tangle, colorist Pamela Rambo, letterer Chris Eliopoulos, and editor Kevin Dooley.
Nice.
As I said, I have no synopses for these. I mean, they're good issues, but they're like one and dones. They almost seem like fill-ins. So that's what I said. I'm wondering if like Mars plotted like that Green Lantern, Green Arrow crossover as 4 issues. And if 2 parts didn't go to Green Arrow, he was just going to do all 4 parts here and then run it in the final night.
Potentially. I mean, I think that's a very valid theory. I mean, who knows at this point? Because you're right; these do kind of stand almost completely by themselves.
Yes.
I mean, there's a little bit of continuity because he gets spoilers. He gets for a 30-year-old comic. Spoilers. He gets back with Donna, in 78, and then in 79. Well, and also his battery does some weird things in 78, which is paid off at the end of 79. By weird things, Dr. Light.
Yeah, I know.
But, he said something in there in issue 78 that I had completely forgotten. His battery is not Hal's old battery. His battery is a piece of the central power battery.
Yeah, remember it was just a rock until he
grabbed it. Yeah, and I was like, oh, because I had completely forgotten about that.
Yeah, I forgot about that too. Yeah.
And the ring, I really don't feel like. Well, first off, if it was Hal's ring, it wasn't Hal's ring because Hal's ring went somewhere else or got destroyed, and that was Malvolio's ring.
Yeah, that was go by the Action Comics. Yes, he hit some Malvolio.
Oh, that's twice in one episode that we have mentioned Action Comics.
I know. Yeah, they swapped rings, but yeah, the ring Hal was wearing, through Volume 3 up to that point. Yeah, he crashed with his foot. So
yeah, and then Ganthet reformed one.
So I'm assuming again, any Malvolio booby traps were wiped away when Ganthet recreated that ring.
Yeah,
reprogrammed that ring. He got rid of any Malvolio booby traps, but Hal could still access that ring, even though Hal
even though Hal was the one. Yeah, I'm completely confused at the Guardians and their weird decisions. They're very,
no.
very weird
How will we
decisions.
stop Hal Jordan? Oh no, he took off his ring.
And he's still like 20 feet from the battery. If only we could do something like with
like, I
all
know
the
you guys
green
are-
energy we have.
I'm like, you little fools, just kick him in the shin, something.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they ran out of pages, but it's like even just like a couple panels. It's just like them, just like even just like trying to hold him back from that
And he
battering.
may be taking their power
pushing-
from them or something. Yeah,
or
but they're just like,
pushing them out of the way and be like, "No, you're not going to stop me."
this is he's gonna get over there.
Oh,
Why don't we
no.
do something.
Oh no, everything we've worked for thousands or millions of years is about to be undone. Should we do anything? No.
No, because we have to stand here because we're using our big brains to evacuate the planet because some goofball is going to blow it up really soon. Okay.
But I wonder too. I mean, if they didn't explain it well, or if it's just were they supposed to be like the Watchers and just like, oh no, we don't interfere. That's why we recreated the Green Lantern Corps for them to act. We'd be
no,
hey, there's no Green Lanterns around, and Hal Jordan's gone nuts. So
they've acted before, so
I
it was
know.
just it was weird. It was just weird, man.
Mysterious ways, Will.
I feel weird, Wayne. I feel weird.
Like when we used to climb the rope in gym class. What?
Of
Go ahead, throw it in.
course.
All right. Well, yeah, the issue starts with Cal saving that train.
Uh-huh.
Basically, like giving. I guess this is. Was this supposed to be a nice jumping on point because it basically him in his head explaining how the ring and stuff, and it's like
Everything, yeah.
I became Green Lantern when Hal Jordan wasn't Green Lantern anymore.
Exactly.
Like he's that uncle you don't talk about. He's like, yeah,
We don't talk about Bruno. Sorry. We don't talk about Hal.
exactly. So he's like, oh, I got an important place I got to be, you know. But then, speaking of continuity, he stops to see John Stewart in the hospital.
Uh-huh.
Basically, yeah.
And also Moraine, right?
Yes. Yep.
Now, spoilers. I don't remember what happens to Moraine.
I don't either. Maybe in our readings we'll find out.
I hope so. I may have to look that up.
I'm trying to remember. Once Rebirth hits, do we see her again?
I don't know if we see her much after John takes over as Green Lantern for Kyle on Earth.
That's what I'm trying to. Yeah, because I guess we'll have to wait till further in our read along. But like maybe is there a breakup? I don't know. Hold on, I might have to look this up.
I'm looking it up. Moraine Dathalis. She is a long memory. On Earth, she sought the help from the Dark Stars, blah, blah, blah. She eventually quit the Dark Stars and joined John Stewart on Earth at Shining Light Architects.
Yes, I did see that. So, did she just like disappear from the book? Maybe
I think she's still on Earth. I don't. All right,
because
she appeared in 73. Secret
because it's
Files.
weird because even in the current run, he's seeing Katma again. It's like they never mention Marine again.
It looks like she appeared in number 70, so 73, 74, 75, 78, obviously this one. Looks like she shows up again in 91, number 91. And then
Yeah,
the
they're
DC
together
retroactive Green Lantern.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean they were together for a little while.
Oh wait, here's a bunch more. 78, 91, 112, 111, 112, 132, 133, 144.
I believe I thought I just saw something that said something about 174. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I think she's pretty much here most of the time up until Rebirth hits.
Yeah, I think you're right. So yeah, it looks like 170. You're right. 174 is the last Although she does show up in the Green Lantern Secret Files and Origins Volume 1, number 3, I guess. Yeah. It also has her in JSA Volume 1, number 5. Don't know what that is, but yeah, I guess she just kind of fades to the background.
Yeah, I thought I found a link, but it's a link to Dark Stars, and there's not even a link on her name. So, yeah, she might have fell through the continuity cracks.
Oh no, she fell through the Rebirth New 52 continuity crack. But you know what's funny is I think once Dark Stars is canceled, she probably has more appearances than Farron Kolos after Dark
Oh
Stars.
yeah, definitely.
And it was his book.
I know.
It's kind of sad.
But yeah, Cal's like Bell upset that John got hurt. He's like, no, you probably saved my life, getting me back to Earth and stuff. And then, Cal's like, I gotta go. I got an important appointment. But yeah, he says he wants to be a better hero, and then of course he mentions, Superman and that other guy,
Batman.
That's
My
the one.
favorite character.
Mhm. Thank you, young Australian boy.
Yeah.
And then he sees a fire, so he helps evacuate this building. He catches a kid with a giant green hamburger.
Yeah.
And then I love how it's like, the kid lost his stuffed animal, so he makes him like a bear. I'm like, how long's that bear gonna last? Did we learn nothing from what's his name? Effigy? I'm like, did we learn nothing from him?
No, we did not.
This kid's gonna come back with weird, freaky powers and a mat on.
That's right. For you, Kyle Rayner.
He's gonna make a deal with the devil. I love the kid. Thanks, Mr. Superhero. So yeah, then there's just like a montage of him like catching a plane. I guess its engines out.
With an image of Superman, yeah.
Yes. And a gargoyle that just like fell off a building. And then who's that he's beating up? Is that Blockbuster? It's hard to tell. One of the Blockbusters, maybe. Oh, then he gets somebody's cat out of a tree.
Yeah, with another cat.
Yes. And then what's this? An armored car robbery.
He has a big old shield. Yeah, he goes through lots of ring constructs this issue.
That's right, because he goes home and he's like, he's like, I know I'm running late, but I got to recharge my ring. Then you get that like half a page in a panel of him charging that ring.
Yeah, and he says it's like a 9-inch Nails song long that he has to sit there and charge.
Yeah, like that's the length of a typical 9-inch Nails song. Because he said I guess he's getting better telling when it's running low because it's harder to, you gotta
focus
really
more,
concentrate to pop those constructs out. Yeah,
which is interesting because that's not a 9-inch Nails song.
Yeah, I know. But I just, once we hit Rebirth, those rings will be able to tell you, hey, you're down to 2%.
2%, 0.01%.
But why's he kneeling there? He's in his apartment. Sit down.
Yeah.
Careful,
that lantern's doing some weird stuff, man.
He actually like puts it down on he puts it down on a table or something and leaves, and then some weird freaky light is coming from the battery.
What could it mean?
I know. So okay, I know like no one's usually in this apartment. It's usually just him and Donna. But like, wouldn't you hide that battery somewhere? At least put it in a cabinet or something.
You think, yeah?
Because you think doesn't Radu's the landlord probably has a key? Wouldn't you like at least put that in the closet or something?
I would think so.
He
Or
leaves it out-
shift it to its pocket dimensions that you can recall from anywhere, like all the other Green Lanterns used to do. But
Although, I mean, maybe just like, oh, hey, yeah, it's a, it's It's a replica of Green Lantern's battery.
But he's never showed anybody his battery. Whatever.
Or I mean, how many people have seen this battery? It doesn't look like the old battery, so maybe
Yeah.
someone wouldn't know what that is. I don't know.
Big old hunk of Owen metal, right?
Oh, where's that note? Because as he flies off, we see Radu standing there on the street drinking his coffee. That is the one note. Yes, on page 13, Radu is holding a cup that sports the new logo for his coffee shop, making this the first appearance of the logo in the ongoing Green Lantern series. Cal designed the logo at the beginning of Green Lantern Silver Surfer Unholy Alliances, which is arguably in continuity with the ongoing series.
That's right. I remember seeing that.
Ron Mars, man, crowbarring that in the continuity.
That's right. Green Lantern Silver Surfer is in continuity. Well, it was. Well, this was like 3 reboots ago, though.
Yeah. So I wonder if he wasn't allowed to do like a editor, or they weren't allowed to do an editor's note for Green Lantern Silver Surfer, and it's like, okay, we won't mention it. Wink. So yeah, we just see Cal flying out of New York. Then we see, yes, he's meeting Donna on the beach as she's sunbathing. So,
Which explains the images in the sunglasses from
yes,
multiple pages before.
Exactly. So they have their big talk about, where's this relationship going to go?
And he gave her a thing that's only going to exist as long as he loves her. That's not cool, bro.
Keep that in mind, kids. I mean, it's going to be at least, I think, like 8 or 10 more issues. But yeah, or no, maybe this a little long. Is it a little longer? No, it might be till 90 some. But yes, keep an eye on that locket, kids. So yeah, so they make a big scene of that, and then they
now see if Quasar made it, it would just exist, regardless
Exactly.
of how he thought, or what he thought or willed or whatever. It's just there.
So he must really have strong feelings for that teddy bear then.
That's right. Effigy's legs.
Yes. So they the end is them just kissing it at sunset. All right, William, what did you think?
I thought this was a pretty good issue. I love the cover. I think the cover is
like I said,
an
poster
amazing
quality.
cover. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a really good standalone kind of done in one re-intro of Green Lantern to anybody that picked up the book. Hey, this is a good jumping on point because it tells you everything you need to know.
And I mean, one, we got to probably killing time until final night.
Mm-hmm.
2, we kind of needed to slow down a little bit because we went from Hero Quest to 74 and 75 with Graven. Then we jumped right into Green Lantern, Green Arrow. So it's like, yeah, let's take a 5-minute breather here.
Yeah, we need some daddy tissues for his daddy issues, right? Sorry. Austin Powers, baby.
All right, so should we get to 79?
You bet.
Yeah, kid, the old men have been talking a lot again. All right, so Green Lantern Volume 3, number 79, October 1996. Hard Time.
Wonder what that could be referring to.
I was going to say, I think same team, except the colors this time is Bud Setzer. Again, no synopsis. So, yes, on the cover tells us Sonar turns up the volume.
To 11.
Pump up the volume. It opens with Radu bringing a package up the cows, and look who's there! It's Donna, in just a shirt.
Kyle's shirt.
Yeah, I guess she was sleeping in because she's like, yeah, Cal had to go out this morning, and really good Radu's face at the bottom panel, page 2. Very nice to see you. Big wide eye. So yeah, Donna puts the package down by on Cal's drawing board and then goes back to bed, and just in time to miss that lantern flaring up again.
Darn it, what is going on with that?
And next thing we see is Cal flying to the slab. This metahuman prison. 6 miles off the Jersey coast. For now. Was it Joker last laugh? That thing's going to move, kids. Oh, wait a second. Me and Lilith have an ongoing joke. Yes, 6 miles off the coast of New Jersey. That hive of scum and villainy.
Hive of scum and villainy. Nice.
New Jersey. But yeah, so Cal explains, for those of you who don't know what the slab is, it's like Arkham, but for guys who can wreck whole city blocks. It's where they lock away all the freaks and psychos and monsters too dangerous to send anywhere else. So, yeah, he flies in and meets the warden and some guards. So, is it just me, or is that warden supposed to look like somebody famous?
I don't know. Maybe.
Is it like Charles Bronson or something? I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Just the mustache. There's something going on there.
Yeah.
Because you get like a nice shot of his face there on page 5.
So I do have. So Sonar's the bad guy here.
Yes. There's a hostage situation. Yeah.
I have a problem.
Yes.
They said Sonar started modifying himself.
Has he been in prison since the last time we've seen him? Yeah.
I mean, are they just gonna, does he just give the guard, no, I need these parts from Radio Shack? I mean, what's the how is he modifying himself when he doesn't?
How did he get all these parts? Well, he got a lot of cakes sent to him. That's
Cake.
So the guy doesn't want to send Kyle in, but Kyle's like, hey, he's like, hey, if I can go in and defuse this whole thing, you look like a genius. If not, you can write me off as a hothead, He's like, you got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So the warden's like, okay, fine, we'll do it your way. So later, then we see him going in. And he's hiding, listen to everything. We see, who is it? Shrapnel, Helgermite, Dervish, Killrock, the Altar, Hogan. But yeah, they're holding some guards hostage. But yes, of course, even sitting on his little throne there, Sonar with the new Spellbinder. Who got her powers from Neuron after she killed the old Spellbinder in Detective Comics. So,
I wasn't aware of that.
Yes, that was the two issue
crossover with
Underworld Unleashed for Detective Comics. Yeah,
gotcha.
Because remember, Mr. Freeze showed up in Batman. Yes, but the new Spellbinder was from Detective Comics by Chuck Dixon.
So Kyle is basically anything to do with Neuron in the Batman books is dealing with them. Right, because now he dealt with Mr. Freeze in the park, which sounds like Ice Capades or something. Mr. Freeze in the park. Sorry.
I mean, unless they were trying to make, I think they were calling her Lady Spellbinder, unless they were trying to make her a thing because it's like, oh, hey, remember this new villain from this popular character's book? Although Cal's book was pretty popular. Well, again,
yeah,
never hurts to get the Batman boost.
Batman, my favorite character.
That's what gets made in the books.
That's right.
And again, this is Green Lantern. I don't think Ray's going to hear this. So
Ray's not going to hear this.
Yeah, but then he gets surprised from behind by Sledge. Remember our buddy Sledge from Guy Gardner?
How can we forget?
who seems much more calm and docile than he did in any appearance in Guy Gardner.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I know he's up to something, but it's like, he didn't seem this collected any other appearance.
Well, and to be fair, he doesn't exactly seem like a chess master here.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm trying to remember because he doesn't show up in Green Lantern again, does he? Because it seemed like they freed him for some reason, but it's like maybe he showed. I guess maybe he showed up somewhere else I didn't read, but it's just like
Sledge. I will look him up.
He didn't have a sister, did he?
Good one.
Thank you. But yeah, he's like, Cal's like, oh, geez. And he's like, you want them to know we're here? Cal, you're not looking for a fight? He's like, nah, not with you. It's that loudmouth around the corner. I guess he can't stand Sonar. I love his impression of Sonar. Hey, look at me. I'm the Sonar guy. I'm Mr. Cole because I control sound and blah, blah, blah.
Okay, Sledge, New Earth. Although an excellent killing machine, he was sociopathic and killed friendly troops as well as enemy. Unable to serve in the military, Corps put him in deep freeze until they found a use for him. When he was finally unleashed upon the world, he carried a vendetta against all things American. Marca. He has 19 appearances. Let's see. He shows up in Chase.
Wow.
That was actually a good book about that. I'd completely forgotten about that. Underworld Unleashed, Green Lantern. It looks like he shows up in Green Lantern 107.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay.
Yep, Green Lantern 107, which is the cover where Kyle is handing the ring saying, you want it? It's yours.
Yes. Yep. Because I think that's right before he goes into space for Circle of Fire. So, yes, he appoints a replacement who's not John Stewart yet, kids. It's someone who's not in the book yet.
She'll be in there eventually.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so Sledge is like, oh, hey, let's help each other. You help me distract them so I can do my plan.
It is quite a plan.
I know. And Cal's like, yeah, I'm not really going to trust Sledge, but hey, it helped me distract these guys, so I don't have to do this alone. Fine. And if I have to end up taking him down at the end, well, I'll worry about that then. So Cal basically armors up and starts attacking. He's fighting all these guys, and he's like, where is Sledge at? Because he goes for Sonar and Spellbinder, and then it looks like he freezes Sonar in green ice. Until he breaks free. No, and I'm trying to remember at some point in this issue, he's like, yeah, this might not be that easy because it took me and Flash to take him down last time. Yeah, because Sonar even says, you and the Speedster got lucky last time. So yeah, when it looks like Sonar's got Cal defeated, that's when Sledge just comes down and smashes.
Hit him really hard into the floor. That was the plan.
Yes. Smash.
Good plan.
Smash it.
Nice big splash page. I love Cal. This is your secret plan? Hit him real hard. So basically, Sledge punches them through the island because all of a sudden the ocean starts rushing in from the hole in the floor. So yeah, Cal's like, either I can either go down there and try to save those two lunatics, or I can save all these other lunatics up here. So
yeah,
Cal goes with the numbers and saves everyone else. Because the warden's not happy. He's like, you allowed 2 dangerous prisoners to escape. I'm not taking the heat for that. And Cal's like, famous last words, like, oh, I'm sure Sonar's dead. I mean, the way Sledge hit him, I'm sure he's dead.
And Sledge is dead too.
Oh, yeah. He's like, he can't swim. The current carried him out to deep water. Yeah, modified super soldier. Yeah, I'm sure he can't swim.
I'm sure he'll die easy. Yeah.
Exactly. Because as Cal's saying this, we see Sledge come up on a dock somewhere. So yeah, then we see the issue ends. We see Donna leaving the apartment. She leaves Cal a note and sticks it to the lantern. And as soon as she leaves, she misses it again. That lantern flares, kids, and guess who showed up? And I've been telling you, kids, since issue 36
that he would be back.
He goes in. Next week he comes out, kids. Dr. Light is back. Oh my God. How great would that be if it was like next week, the return of Dr. Light and Matt Kona?
He's been in the Lantern too.
Yes. Oh, Kona, you have to come back and be like, yes, look what we pulled out of Cal's lantern. Dr. Light and Matt Kona.
That's how we got him back from Far Sector.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we tunneled him out through that lantern.
I could sprinkle some pin particles on it to make it bigger.
What did you think of this one, sir?
I mean, again, it's another one and done. I mean, it's interesting. But if we have a big prison break with all metahumans, wouldn't we call in more than just Green Lantern?
Like the Justice League?
Yeah, I was gonna say, wouldn't you call the Justice League and say, "Hey, who can you send us?"
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure at this
Can you
point,
send us
Wally
Guy
West-
Gardner?
I'm pretty sure at this point, Wally West's identity is public. Couldn't you like? I'm sure someone could get a hold of
Hey
him.
Wally, come show up here and let's take care of these guys.
Especially if it's Sonar. It's like, oh hey, the two of you took him down last time. How about the two of you do it again?
Mm-hmm.
Or hey, Superman.
Or hey, Batman. Sorry.
Oh, hey man, I'm sure he has a contingency plan for this. Come on,
Batman, my favorite character.
I know what you're doing, Will. I know what you want me to do.
I love Batman.
That's the one.
Ray. Again, you'll never hear this, but it's like, Ray, I did not want to do this. Will forced my hand.
I
Batman,
did.
my favorite character. Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman.
All to do.
That's right.
But yeah, no, it was a good issue. But again, it seemed like another fill in, and it just seems like maybe did we want Sledge out? Maybe Ron Mars running him out. He's like, yeah, I'll use him eventually.
Yeah, I mean, and it was, I'll be honest, it was a kind of entertaining, thinking that, he is a master planner.
Exactly. Hit him real hard.
Hit him really, really hard.
I mean, and two, it's like we needed Cal out of the apartment for that cliffhanger.
Yeah. And now next issue.
Yes. Is the Final Night tie-in.
Okay. How actually, I'm glad you brought that up. How are we doing Final Night?
I believe I have the whole thing next week. Let me pull up the schedule.
I think
I'm glad you asked, William.
Almost like as if it was planned, but it wasn't.
No, we're just that good, kids.
Final Night was like 4 issues, I think, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I believe I have them all next week. Let me see if it opens. Here we go. We're gonna do 6 issues next week. Final Night 1 through 4, Green Lantern 80, which is the tie-in issue, and a little something called Parallax Emerald Night #1.
I wonder what that could have to do with Final Night.
I don't know. The sun goes out, kids. What does Parallax have to do with this? No, he didn't extinguish the sun.
Not extinguish.
No.
And
then in 2 weeks we're doing somebody's funeral. So
yeah, doesn't he visit? No, he doesn't visit Orisia, does he?
Who? How?
Yeah.
I can't remember. It's been so long since I read it. We'll find out next week, will we?
Find out next week.
And we can even mention it in the footnotes because I don't think they show it in that issue. But yes, he brings back Oliver Queen. So
yes, which leads into the Quiver storyline written by a certain Kevin Smith.
Yeah, I don't think we see the resurrection until Green Arrow #1. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So anything else, William?
I think that's it.
All right. So one more time next week, all the Final Night stuff. Final Night 1 through 4, Green Lantern 80, and Parallax Emerald Night #1. And then in 2 weeks, Green Lantern 81 and 82. 81, a funeral for some hero.
Ish.
Oh, I of course love that hero. And then in 3 weeks, we'll do Justice League, a Midsummer's Nightmare. That's a 3-issue miniseries.
Nice.
I believe on Mr. Mark Waid. So we'll hit that. And then so 1, 2, 3. So in 4 weeks, that'll be part 2 of our JLA crossover with Lilith and my Justice League show. So yeah, the first arc of Jail, which you won't have to wait long. the Justice League episode will be on a Thursday, and then the next day will be the Sector 2814 Part 2. So
Nice.
all right, so yeah, Justice League stuff's coming, kids. Final night, a funeral for a not so friend, a funeral for a not so friend, and then 2 weeks of Justice League stuff. Yes. Oh, and then after the JLA week, in 5 weeks, we'll be doing the Green Lantern Flash Faster Friends.
Cool. And I don't know that because I was looking through that reading list, and where that fits is really kind of hard to say.
Yes, it is. It is. Oh, trust me, Will. Trust me, some of this stuff is hard to pin down where it takes place. Which is good, I guess. You can just slot it in anywhere pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, you
Like-
kind of want to fit it in where it's like, Cal and Wally are going to get friendly eventually. So it's like
Yeah.
you don't want to, I don't know.
And, kind of like when it came out is probably close to the time that it should fit,
Exactly.
around the, the time of those other issues that it's contemporaneous with.
Nice. Oh, I do have Annual 6 on the schedule. Cool.
Oh, that's the Pulp Heroes one.
Yeah, it'll be the same week as not issue 91. So
Oh, how many other issues are we doing that week?
just Green Lantern 91 and the Annual number 6.
We could throw Annual 3 that week.
Oh, nice. Good thinking, William. Yes. All right, kids, you heard it here first. That'll be like it'll hit the podcast towards the end of May. So yes. So
Nice.
all right, so let's get out of here.
Sounds good to me.
All right, kids. So yes, send your thoughts next week. Final night, the miniseries, Green Lantern 80 and Parallax Emerald Knight. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Sector 2814 on Facebook, on Twitter. Join the Green Lantern fan group on Facebook. Get your link to the YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like I said, every episode we ever do, including the interviews, gets a video, so you can watch anything we do on YouTube. Most importantly, please subscribe to the Patreon. We're not rich. We don't even have Guardians backing us up. So everyone's paying for this out of our own pockets. So every little bit is appreciated, but $3 to $5 gets you early access to creator interviews. Mr. DG Chichester talks to me and Lilith every month.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
And of course, Patreon exclusive superhero movie brackets. We will find the worst superhero movie of all time. So get on board before March's battle of Blade Trinity versus Elektra.
Wow.
I know I can get you to put your head in your hand every week when I mention those superhero movies.
Okay, I have one question for you. Why do you want to find the worst superhero movie ever?
I don't know. Even I was saying to Lilith, I'm like, I don't know if I can do this whole year. She's like, maybe next year we're gonna have to do the best.
I mean, people
There
need
was
to
some
follow the
conversation-
Patreon.
There was some conversation we had about bad superhero movies. I can't remember what it was, and I think Lilith was like, "We got to do it on Patreon. Find the worst." I was like, "Okay."
Well, you guys are doing this to yourself.
I know.
So that the viewers don't have to.
That's true. You can be entertained by our synopsis.
sacrifice.
Yes. You don't have to watch the actual movies. All right, kids. So yes, $3 to $5 gets you all that, or get yourself some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Find everything at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And while you're online, go to every social media you have and follow Matt Kona at Matt Kona, MATTKONA. A funnier man you will not find. All right, so from the funny to the serious, Mr. Bill Allred, master of the core, master Quantum Zone, master of the Kickstarter comics. Where can people find you?
You can find me at Walred. That's at WALLRED. Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and probably some other social media things too that I don't even remember at this point. If you're interested in comics that I write, Crossover Division can be found at crossoverdivision.com. The latest issue is very shortly going to be going to print, and then we'll be sending out fulfillment and getting ready for Crossover Division number 4 on Kickstarter in the coming months. So that's cool. Diary of Night, you can go to diaryofnight.com and check out it. It's a kind of a new take on vampires. And you obviously have really good taste in superheroes since you're listening to a Green Lantern podcast, which means you probably love Quasar. So if you want to find out all kinds of cool stuff about Quasar, you can go to the Quantum Zone at quantumzone.org. Oh, and I always forget this. Every week I hang out with fellow writer Kevin Joseph, and we do a little show called Explain Yourself, where we sit down with Kickstarter creators who have campaigns running and talk about their campaigns. It's kind of cool. It's called Explain Yourself.
I was gonna say, you always forget that here. Hopefully, you don't forget this show over there.
I don't know if I talk much over there. We usually let the creators talk.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's always a sign of good interview, which is like when your guest does more talking than you guess. I still gotta find that. Yeah, I want to listen to that. Sounds interesting. I was going to say,
listen to me talk, and you should be tired of me talking at this point.
I could see you over there. Hey, kids, I do a Green Lantern podcast because
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
Exactly.
It's got to be longer. I need a full length one.
That's not good.
Hey, boys, you look at the party. I love the party.
That's a fan favorite. All right, kids. Again, in 1 week, the final night approaches.
It does.
Or it'll be here in a week. The sun goes out and things get weird.
And we'll have to talk about Sun Eaters next week.
Oh, yeah.
Because we find out the origin of Sun Eaters in the Grant Morrison Green Lantern book.
Oh, yeah. So much stuff going on next week. Dr. Light's return.
Who?
Oh, all right, kids. I'll have to put a link to the when we get 36. All right, kids. Join us next time. Until then, hit them really hard. Good night.